Yeah. So hello everyone, welcome back to our new YouTube video. So in which we have Rahul Bhaiya with us. So Bhaiya, I know that a lot of people already know you, but before even starting, please could you introduce yourself a brief?
Yeah, sure, sure. First of all, thank you so much for having me here. I'm also super excited for these conversations. And for the viewers who's watching us right now, my name is Rahul Doon, and I'm living in Jaipur, and I'm graduate. And last year, when I graduate, I started my YouTube channel and learning this language. Back then, when I was pursuing my college, that time I was doing several jobs. So I did several jobs, and from I think July 2024, I have been continuously making videos or learning this language. And now I think in February I started working along with my YouTube channel because some reason are there. And if I tell you about my hobbies, so I would like I love to read books and talking to people or making content and just improving my life. Whether it's about finances or about my own inner growth. So yeah, that's all about me.
Great. Like your introduction says a lot about you because I do have a lot of question to ask. From your English journey, you mentioned that after your college, I feel in last year you started creating the content. So my first question from there, why? Why you started creating the content? Because a lot of people, more than I guess 5 to 6 million people graduated in a year. But in that people started going and searching for a job. Definitely you also, even me also being into the same phase we do for job and all, but exceptionally looking inwards and looking that where we could do excel in terms of our communication
Yeah.
and all, very few people do it. So why?
Mhm.
What was the reason behind it?
So the thing, if I tell you the reason,
Mhm.
actually, uh, I'm telling you this reason for the first time. I think like I never, I shared a lot of things, but I want to tell you the truth, the truth.
Yeah.
So back then, like when I was pursuing my college, that time I was working. I was doing a job. My first job was as a telecaller, in a
Okay.
small firm. And
BPO.
after that, yeah, in a BPO, but that was a kind of, just telecalling, like random, some finances was
Mhm.
there. And after that, I started working as a HR. So I did almost for 6 months.
Okay.
And after that job, I started working as a teacher. So being a teacher, that was my first time. And that was so hard, yeah, to be honest, being a teacher. So like that time I did so many things in a different field. First I was wondering a lot, like what should I do? And always I was telling myself, I was asking myself, like, what is my passion like?
Hmm.
So I did a lot of things. And I think from my school time, when I was in 11th standard, that time I started my YouTube channel for the first time. I made my first channel at that time. And from there, I had been continuously thinking in my mind, like one day I'll be a YouTuber or something. But I
Okay.
never, cracked that thing. But now I did. So I'm doing, it's not I'm not having big subscribers yet, but let's see. So when I was, doing a lot of different jobs, that time I was thinking like, yeah, I have to get a good skill that can pay me and that can pay me respect, as well as like we can earn money. But if we are earning a little amount of money, that time we have to have something else or something, different that can
Hmm.
give you more respect from people.
True.
So always I was every time when I saw a video about a person who's speaking English or all the native speakers, I was mesmerized about that. I was thinking, wow, yaar, what, like how good they are. And my favorite creator is Gary Vaynerchuk. I think you know about that. He's a entrepreneur from New York City, and he he speaks great English actually.
Okay.
So always I'm watching his videos. So from there I'd been thinking about like one day, I'll also speak English. I
Okay.
failed so many times. When I was a teacher, that time I started learning this language, but simultaneously, that was as I said, like that was my very worst year of my life. Like I never
Uh-huh.
been I never wanted to be a teacher in my future.
Okay.
So from there, I thought like, no, no, I can't learn a language without, simultaneously with a job.
Hmm.
So I left my job, and after, left when I left that job, I went for an interview in a multinational company. I think you know Teleperformance is the
Yes,
company.
yes,
It's a BPO company. So
correct.
I went there and I gave my interview and they said, Rahul, your English communication is not that much good. So I was good with the Hindi. So but the thing is I was there to do a job in international with the
BPO,
international and all.
correct.
So
Uh-huh.
that thing, like as I said, that was always very special or very mesmerized thing for me, that talking to a native speaker. So I did like I gave that interview and I got rejected and they told me, Rahul, you should improve your English communication. So that time I thought like I'm not going to give any kind of interview now, and I'll learn this language first, and after that I'll give an interview or whatever I'll do a job. But when I started learning this language, that time I gave myself a proper time.
Hmm.
Everybody, they want to learn this language, but they are not giving a proper time. So I gave myself proper time. When I started in July month, that time I gave myself a 6 months period, at least like till December. I am not going to do anything, but only practicing my English. So
Hmm.
I started making random vlogs, or from there my English journey, begins.
Oh my God, such an interesting story. Like earlier, I was knowing the this recent story that you're working on your YouTube. You're doing a lot of good thing out there. But back of the end, what had been happened, I was never aware. But thank you for letting me know. And I am very sure that is the very first time you're revealing this thing, like how you transition yourself from there a non-confident speaker to a very confident content creator. Congrats.
Thank you, thank you.
Great, great. Now
Yeah.
we got to know that okay, where Rahul Bhaiya was 3 years or 4 years back once he had started their journey. But now we are seeing looking you as a very fluent speaker. Let me know that process because you said that where you started and you mentioned that where you reached up to. Talking about the process, what
Mhm.
was the sequential thing you followed in your journey? Like suppose taking the example, once you are decided that okay, this is the time I'm gonna to be
Mhm.
only dedicate to this language. So from there, what are the things you started doing for the rest of your day? So what was their
Okay.
routine? Yep.
Good question. Okay. Thing is like, yeah, I don't know what's wrong, but I'm not considering myself like a fluent English speaker or a confident or whatever.
Ha
I'm
ha ha.
confident in my,
Yep.
like conversations and all, because I love to talk to people, so that's why. But the thing is like when I started that time, I was very passionate about it. The first thing is I was not having any other option. I left my old job. I was thinking, what should I do at that time? And I just started learning this language again, and I started making content again. That was the also a thing that made me more fluent now, because I had no any fear about facing a camera. So that was a plus point for me. A
Hmm.
lot of people who's just started, they are learning English, they, if somebody facing a fear to face a camera or record something, I think that would be more hard for them to
Hmm.
learn any kind of. So first we have to just accept yourself, ourselves, like whatever we are, wherever we are. What about our appearance and also, so many people are stuck because they are thinking that I am not good, I'm not
Correct.
good enough, I have to do something, I have to
Hmm.
be like whatever.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So at that time I just started making random vlogs, and I committed to myself that I will make one vlog every day for sure. So I was wondering, like I was roaming on my terrace at that time every evening, and I was recording something, whatever was coming into in my mind at that time. So I was recording myself and I was just enjoying that process because I was not doing any other thing.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, so first thing is you have to be committed, and making vlogs or recording yourself is very wonderful point. Okay, and if you will upload that video on YouTube or such kind of platforms, that time that would be more better, far better for you, because that time we are facing people by our skill, like where we are where we are standing.
Hmm.
So just let people comment on your process or whatever you are doing. Just try to don't focus on other people's opinion, but focus on other people's positive opinions, like what they are saying about your progress. So I was uploading videos and I was getting good comments. Like not a single comment I got at that time.
Hmm.
Yeah, I did now, but at that time I never, got any kind of negative comment. Everybody was, giving me so much good things. Rahul, you are doing such a good thing. Because I was, sharing my thing. I was people at that time. They could easily, see my progress, like where I'm standing and where what I'm doing. So exactly. So the thing is started there, and throughout the day whatever I was doing and I'm doing right now, this practice. So whatever you are doing, just try to narrate your whole life, whole surroundings. Like I'm sitting on my chair, I'm talking to Ansuman, and we are having conversations. This is my stuff, like whatever. Just try to describe whatever is going on and what's the situations are going on, because throughout the day we are thinking, everybody's thinking in their mind about something. So just try to think about that particular thing in English.
Hmm.
That would be great. So I'm doing even nowadays, and by this practice I've learned it so many vocabularies. Because every time when I was narrating something, like let's suppose I'm narrating my bedroom, and this is a bed. If I didn't know at that time, so I went on the Google Translate app and I searched about it, what we can call this process or whatever. So मैं पहले हिंदी में लिखता था, and then I was getting that thing in English. Because okay, this is the right sentence. So I was learning. I've learned it in this way, and till now I think I've just learned it only 600 vocabularies, not more than. Even I'm not using those vocabularies. Trust me,
Hmm.
like I'm not using 600 vocabularies. My
True.
English is very basic. I'm not
Hmm.
using any kind of advanced words, because my mindset at that time, why I'm learning this language, because I wanted to communicate with people. I wanted to do a job, like how can I would talk on call or say on call. So that was the thing. So my mindset is really, this is the thing. Like everybody who's learning this language, first they should write that down, like why they are learning this language, to show people, to crack an exam. And if you want to just communicate to people, you don't need to advance words. If you can learn, you can. If you are having issues with learning or using advanced words, let's let them far away. So just try to enjoy this process. So I was doing same thing. So I think these two practices that I was doing and I did and I'm doing.
Great, great, great. Even once you are sharing your journey, I'm feeling that somewhere somebody is talking about my journey because even I'm in the process, I'm going with that path. I'm also recording the things at daily basis, used to analyze myself. Sometimes I just record the videos and feel that this is not up to the mark. I'll have to, do a better thing, then I'll have to. So once you are sharing this thing, I'm feeling, oh my God, by sharing my opinion or my point of view, because I'm still in that phase where I'm experimenting the thing, recording the videos, doing a lot of cold emails and all. So great. And you mentioned two of the things in your journey what really makes me feel that we should talk more about this. First, you talked about learning in public, right? Like, it is also said if you're not a camera friendly guy, at least record a video for analyze yourself. But once you upload those videos on online platform like Instagram, YouTube, you get public opinions, right? That's where you were talking
Mhm.
about. Even we
Yeah.
get some positive comment, negative comments. We know that how to deal with the people, and that's how the things work. Great. The same thing I was also applying, since last 1 and 2 years. Good. And now
Okay.
coming to your this journey, like why you were wanted to start, this is very true. Even my case, Vaya, if I tell my story a little bit, that why I started, coming from the same thing, because I was also very clear that why I'm starting. That is why I consistently persist my 2.5 years on this language. But I cannot do it for the full time because I'm a college student. I'll have to go into the college. I cannot leave it at all unless I finish
Okay,
that.
okay. So you
So
can introduce yourself, bro. That would be great, I think.
yeah, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure, sure. Why not? For the new people who had not been introduced with me, for them, I'll be giving my brief introduction. My name is Anshuman Misra. Basically, I come from UP. Near about Ayodhya, if people know Sultanpur. So this is my native place. But as of now, I just shifted to Prayagraj, one of the holiest city, Mahakumbh area, for my educational purpose. I'm pursuing engineering in computer science, and this is my final year. And as of now, I'm staying in Noida for my training and internship purpose in AI and ML. And talking back to my this journey of communicational, coming back to my journey that why I started. So again, something bad happens to us. That is why we are being inspired that, okay, we are lagging here. As your story, but yeah, you also said that because you got the rejection from the interview, something also scary got with me that is stuck in my mind, and still it's with me. Even I had, fortunately, the same company you had, remember, Teleperformance, I had also given the interview in Noida this time, and fortunately I get the offer. But again, I remember my that day. Oh my God, once I applied there, or once I had to introduce myself in a college space, at the very first day we'll have to introduce, because my whole schooling had been in, UP board. Obviously there is English grammar as a subject, but we were never exposed to talk in English. So I was always
Mm.
lagging at that part. But after that incident, once I'll have to introduce myself in English, I really lagged. And I came back and I thought, yeah, Anshu, how are you gonna to do this engineering thing? This is maybe not true for you, because on this introduction, you're not able to deliver your speech or introduce you better. Then how you feel that you're gonna to be an engineer at all? So, oh my God, that people laughing, professors a bit taunt. Even that was not intentional, I feel. Even professor was saying, look, yeah, this is your first day, you'd be, getting those things by the time. But even that sympathy was stuck with me. And that is why I started working in last 2.5 years, putting not a lot of effort. That the process you mentioned, we were enjoying that process, how we are connecting with the people. And in that 2.5 years, I also get the thing that now I'm not focused on to be that much perfect. I'm focused on to communicate people, that is I am able to convey my thoughts better manner or not. That is where I'm looking forward to be a best communicator out the world. Yeah, I hope I gave my
Okay.
introduction.
Yeah, yeah, super, super, super. Great. So are you currently doing your internship, like pursuing internship?
Yeah, not exactly
Okay.
intensive. What happens in our college, a company called Q Spider comes, and they actually had crossed their revenue. They are training institute. They basically train people, but they, usually use paid courses. So people who gonna to enroll gave the money, they will be having the session. But because their company had crossed 5 crore revenue in that particular year, 2023, so they basically launched a program called free incubation program, where they feel that, okay, we would be going into the campus doing recruitment, and every campus we would be selecting more like 5 to 10 students. And on that 500 crore whatever revenue they cross, from that 1% they would be training that 10 15 people from all those colleges for free. So this was free incubation program I got hired with. Now I'm training for there for free, and after completing my training I would be getting, recruitment, and maybe I would be the, getting the job as well. So yeah, this is the scenario.
That's great. So, okay, you can share your journey like you are living alone, I think, for your job. So how like hard this is, or you are just enjoying this process? Because I never like I was alone at that, like I was never been for a long time,
Mhm.
out of my house. So what do you think
Okay.
about it?
Yeah, first of all, like I had never been alone because uh, even I come from computer science background. I should be supposed to be that people who should, work, sit on a chair, work for 8, 10 hours, coding and all those things. But I'm not. I personally don't feel that I'm that kind of guy. Why and when I realized once I been into a college, because before that I was quite shy. I was even told my story that I was not able to introduce me. I was kind of introvert. I'm supposed that I was introvert. But back then in college, figured out the things, taken participation and all. I felt that I'm more social guy. Once I connect with the
Hmm.
people, I enjoy talking to them. Even this time, I go to a new place, I started talking to new people, not to, do a good thing, not by any purpose, just to let them their ideas to know that how they think, what is their perspective of life, right?
Hmm.
So these thing I used to do. But coming back, like why I'm being here alone, no. 4 to 5 friends used to live in my PG also. This is 3 beds there. We do have 3 people sharing. And interesting part, they are very supportive. They told me, okay, Anshu,
Hmm.
this is your podcast or conversational thing. We are going outside of the room. They are waiting. They are even waiting for me
Oh,
that once
great.
everything would be done, we would be having a party.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
yeah, so this is
That's
this is the
super,
thing.
super.
Yeah.
And people are very good, very kind. But we are thinking like, oh my God, like life is so hard. Nobody is helping us. But when our mindset is positive, we are thinking in a positive way. Like everybody is kind, and I'll find my people, everywhere. So that's the thing is happening. So what's your favorite practice? Like I'm saying, like you are speaking great English, like good English. Okay. So what did you do to learn this language, or Like as you said, you are from UP board, so you never been,
Hmm.
that kind of person. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it could take a little bit time, but in short, if I'll have to tell you,
Yeah, yeah,
because
briefly you can.
initially my focus was to just to better at this language. That was the single motive I was having after returning back from the first day of college, because I got insulted, not intentionally, but unintentionally. I feel
Mm.
that I'm not good at speaking. So there, my focus was to just be better at this language. Anyhow, so came back, being a computer science and this technology driven guy, we just came in on Google, type that how to be better at this language. I did the same. Did the same thing on Google, on YouTube. I get few of the videos, started consuming a lot of content. Oh, someone is, speaking a better English, I should watch the whole video. And this took the 6 month. I was randomly watching anything, just in the sake of betterment of this language, but not get. I could not say that was the basement. Somewhere it was also investment, because I learned the things. I also know that how to be, follow a structured path. It is not essential that you are motivated, you are, very enthusiastic to learn something, you're going to learn it. You have to follow a structure. So in between, I got randomly YouTube video of Alina Rice. Thanks to her, by her only, I got to know the application called as Fluency. Until that date, I know
Mm.
that day, from that day to this day, even before this conversational video, I was doing warm up there just to have a, good flow, be into the momentum. So from that day, in last 2.5 years, I had never leave a single day. Even I had not taken any kind of subscription out there. For a male candidate, we are getting only 20 minutes per day. But because we are Indians, we do have Indian jugars, made multiple accounts, 20, 20, 40 minutes per day, rigorously putting my efforts into speaking. I get, oh my God, the kind of improvement I see in myself in terms of speaking, because that was major concern. But now, as
Mm.
you also know, people can see that I'm pretty confident on speaking. But now my focus had been a little bit shifted to speaker to conversator, to communicator, because I feel in speaking
Mm.
you'll have to focus on one thing. You'll have to pronunciate in a good way. You'll have to, deliver your speech in a good manner. But once it comes to communication, I feel it follows 80-20 rules. It also
Mm.
have listening skills. It also consists your non-verbal communication, your hand gesture, your body posture. So everything concludes. So as of now, my whole focus is to be a great communicator, because I feel that I'm good speaker. Yeah.
That's super good, super good. So on a speaker, as you said, like there you were talking to native speakers.
Not really native speaker, they are actually Indians. And as Fluency, that is an Indian platform. Only few of the times we
Mm.
connected with the Asian people, like somewhere from some of the Bangladesh, Pakistan, but a little bit we get those kind of people. But mostly we get,
Mm.
even in India, I feel very great speakers are being there. Like I had in last 2.5 years, I remember more than 500 people I had connected with, and genuinely people are there for being an improvement purpose. So I get very good community out there. Even few of them are my friends. I generally do not call anyone. I do not believe on online friendship, so I prefer them calling my co-learners. So there are really great co-learners out there. I had been connected
Mm.
with them and had a good talk. So I feel I get a lot of things from people around me. So whatever so far I had been, it's because of people. It's because of my surrounding. Yep.
That's super, super good, super good. And this is a long journey, yeah. Like if we are like we have to just put efforts in our journey and try to just focus on this journey as well as like I've seen this thing like when I started my doing my job that time I'm not putting that much efforts on my English. So but the thing is like I'm grateful for my job because in that job I have to talk to people who's working within US clients. So that's super good. So I have to just speak only English. But the thing is, yeah, I have to just speak only some sentences like fixed sentences. So
Scripted
that
thing.
yeah, a kind of
Correct.
yeah, you can say. So yeah, but thing like life is life. So just keep putting efforts. That's
So,
all.
so brother, like how this time your journey has been going? Like, because I feel that once we started working on some mission, you are also mentioned that you started working on your job. You are also creating some content. So, do you really get time to enhance your skill in terms of your communication, in terms of your spoken
Yeah,
English? Do you really feel that
agree.
you are getting time to improve this?
Not really, but like I'm doing job. I'm
Okay.
also doing freelancing. Like I'm making thumbnails for other YouTubers,
Oh my
and
God.
I know video editing as well as, but I'm not doing. I'm just doing for myself. But one client I have that is saying me that Rahul, you can make. So Hope that will, close the deal. So, so the thing is like I'm not having that much time, but I'm trying to just think in English whatever is going on, but the
Okay.
like I'm just making my surroundings in that environment. And when we perceive ourselves like, no, I'm not from here, I'm from somewhere else, from a different country, and we when we perceive ourselves like a native speakers, that time eventually I don't know what's what is the thing, but eventually good English and fluent English starts coming from our mouth. So this is also thing. Everything is, in our mindset. Like whatever we are thinking, we are becoming that.
True. It means this time, even though you're not getting time to improve or like to be practice on this application or any kind of platform, but you are having the self-talk in English. Self-talk is very important.
Self-talk, yeah.
Okay, got it, got it. Yeah, I think viewers
Yeah,
should
but
also feel like do these kind of practices, even though they are not connecting, they are not getting time, but because they have their self 100%, they are spending their time with them, so they should do this practice. Yeah, even me also
mm,
doing this thing.
yeah, but yeah, like also a thing like I'm thinking in English, but the thing is I'm also thinking about a lot of things. Like I have to make money, I have to, improve my content. So a
Correct.
lot of things are going on. So sometimes, yeah, I forget this thing. Like, okay, this is also a thing that I'm doing. So
Hmm.
life is somewhere, sometimes it's going up, sometimes down. So this is a journey. So I'm just trying to be more happy with my life. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. This should be the thing. Like we should accept whatever things is going. I think the time we take the accountability of ourselves that whatever we are or whatever we gonna to be because of us. So I feel that life is
Mm.
being sorted. We would be happy with that, right? Because we know that whatever we
Mm.
had done, we would be getting the results of. It doesn't mean that we
Yeah,
had,
it's 100%.
correct, correct.
100%.
So it's better to understand this, right?
This is a simple thing. Like if somebody is putting efforts, he's getting that results. So there is no need to complain like, oh, I'm not getting that thing. So if you will put effort, you will get the things for sure. But I'm satisfied. Like, yeah, okay, it's okay, fine. But because
True.
I can communicate with people, and I'm
Mhm.
having, so yeah,
So
that's the
as of
thing.
now, Rahul Bhaiya, if I just ask you that, what is your major focus? Like if in terms of English, I'm asking that earlier your focus was to be better at this language, to be better speaker, because somewhere you do have rejections back then. So now I feel that you do have, not great, but at least according to you, you do have that kind of fluency that where you can communicate with anyone, right? But where or on which particular thing you are focusing on in terms of your communication? Are you looking up to a really up to the mark or fluent native speaker, or you wanted to be a great communicator? Because both are
Okay,
different, I
great.
feel.
बिल्कुल 100%. So the thing is like, yeah, nowadays I'm just trying to improve my sentence structure. Like somewhere I'm not using the clear sentence structure. Sometimes I'm using words here and there. So I'm just trying to improve my sentence structure. And also the thing is, I'm just trying to be more conscious of while having conversations. As you said, like you wanna be a communicator. So I'm bad at listening. Sometimes because sometimes I start thinking about something else, and so I'm just
Mm.
trying to improve my listening and try to be more better communicator. Sentence structure is also there, and I don't want to be like a native speakers. Like yeah, everybody has a dream like about that, but my motive is just to be better and be more comfortable. Like I want to have casual conversations, and I want
Mm.
people in my real life that I can communicate with, because I'm having virtual conversations. I'm having a lot of people are here, a lot of applications are here, a lot of people are telling me, talking to me, but the thing is nobody is here that I can talk to that person in real life. So I want people in my real life,
Okay.
like I can hang out with them, I can talk to. So I gave a speech in a Toastmaster International. There is a club nearby my house, so I joined that club, but this is not a consistent. So sometimes I do, but I want friends in my life that I can hang out with them and chilling in English,
Oh my God.
talking to people,
You
something
want
like
English
that. Like
friends?
mixing up.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Got
that's the
it.
thing.
So are you a regular member of Toastmasters, or like you just
I'm not going regularly. I'm not joined yet, but they are
as a
saying me
guest?
like you can. Yeah,
I
as a
got it.
guest, I'm going. Like I
Because this
gave,
is
I
great.
think three speeches, and they are inviting me. Whenever they're inviting me, like I'm going there.
Yeah, because for those people who are not aware that Toastmaster is an international organization for public speaking, where we can attain the Toastmasters as a guest for free, for how many times you wanted to be comfortable with. Once you got comfortability, now you
Mhm.
can take the subscription. I think 1 or 2,000 is the registration charge, and they would be having their
Hmm.
sessions on every weekends only. So even you are working also, you can also join that, because I
Yeah.
also was feeling few months back, I was feeling I'm quite confident I should be able to talk people physically. But once I being onto the first Toastmasters guest, oh my god, that was also one of my
Yeah, that
horrible
was,
experience. Oh yeah,
yeah.
I thought, yeah, there is a lot more to
That
go.
was,
I need to improve. Otherwise, on physical basis, I would not able to introduce me again. The same scenario would be going to happen.
yeah,
So
it
yeah.
happens. But the thing is, like, in the beginning, like we feel anxiety or we feel like, oh my God, what will happen? But when we go there and we start speaking, that time everything, will calm down and be like, okay, it's okay, fine, yeah. Because nobody they are also practicing, they are not fluent,
Huh.
that's why they and they're so
True.
friendly, yeah. In Toastmaster they all are so friendly, like they are encouraging, okay, great, Rahul, you should improve here, but you did great. So I got also a award from there for table
Oh,
topic speak.
oh my god.
So
Of
that's
the
why,
day, table topic speaker of the
yeah,
day, you
table
got that.
topic, yeah,
Great.
yeah.
That is why I was giving the compliment. You're really a great speaker. It means Toastmasters had already verified it. Okay.
Mm. Yeah, but
Brother.
the thing is, like, I'm quite comfortable. I'm quite
Okay.
comfortable, not fluent that much, but I'm
Mhm.
comfortable.
Okay,
Okay.
brother. Now I do have one more question regarding it, because I feel even this is also my personal question on the behalf of many more people. I do have this thing. I feel if you, I would be asking this thing, maybe a lot of people would be having the same question. They would be getting something, right? So even we are good at speaking, right? We do have certain stage where we can talk onto the particular topic whom we are being aware with. But suppose we get a new topic, we get an impromptu thing, we got a random topic where we'll have to talk a bit. So that times, I even this time also I feel blank. Somehow I used to manage it, but I feel that this is not up to the mark. So do you also feel, or like you do have a method, or what kind of analogy you know use in your conversation while you introduce, or you'll have to give a speech on an impromptu topic?
I got this award in unknowingly, like there was a particular topic that I didn't aware about that at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And like the thing is, like, I'm just trying to pick a word, like what was the word, and like I just visualize it that time, like, okay, what will happen if I, like in real life, like what's happening with this particular topic. So I'm just trying to visualize, I think, that thing, and also just connect or just like it's not that much easy, but try to
Hmm.
connect your real life, like what's going on, what you will speak. I'm perceiving myself like I'm a great motivational speaker and I have to give a speech, and you know everything, Rahul, you know everything. So in this way, like when we fake our mind,
Hmm.
like,
Hmm.
okay, you know everything, and just try to say. But the thing is, yeah, if you are not having knowledge about a particular thing, how can you speak? If somebody
Correct.
is saying, if somebody telling me, like, Rahul, you have to speak about politics, what will happen, what's going on in the two countries,
Uh-huh.
like I can't. So
True.
the thing is, like, knowledge is also important, but like everybody is doing same thing. Like if somebody is not having a knowledge about a particular thing, how can he's could speak? So,
Got it.
like, we have to as much that's why people are saying just try to communicate more about different topics. So that would be great.
Okay.
But
According to
knowledge
you,
is,
what I get from you, having a diverse knowledge and a little bit superficial even understanding is far better than knowing a particular
yeah.
thing. Because there is no
Hmm.
such as term or topic what we had not gone through with earlier. We would be knowing a bit of that, but it up to our communicational skill that how we are better at representing those things. Earlier I was also lagging, but once I watched the video of Matt Abraham. He's also a great speaker, used to teach people at GSP, Graduate Stanford School. He also shared a structure that, okay, you do have anxiety, you know that. So acknowledging the anxiety is the very first step, as you mentioned that, okay, saying that, okay, I'm the best speaker, faking it until you make it. So this is also one phrase from there. I get it that, okay, I
Hmm.
believe, because you already know that thing. Now structure I did. Like, he also gave you of the structure like what, when, talk about their advantage, disadvantage, and at last conclude that thing. So even you are not aware, you do have a bit understanding, you can make a good structure and you can talk for more than 2 or 3 minutes. So that's how I thought this idea would be giving, to a lot of audience, and they would be bettering at their end.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
You're right.
However,
Super.
I just remind the timer, and it's gonna to be 40 minutes. Oh my God. First time I realized that how
Yeah.
time flies.
Okay, great. But it's super, yeah, like talking to you.
Same
Great.
here, brother. Like I do have a lot of things to say or ask. Maybe I would be looking in future to connect you again. But because of
Yeah, sure, sure. I love to connect with you. Great.
sure, at
We'll
last,
we'll
if you wanted to
Mhm.
mention something or you wanted to say something to the audience.
Yeah, like there are a lot of things. Just try to experiment your life. What is the thing that made for you, and just try to do so many things in your college days when you are doing pursuing your college. That time you have time, but every time we are chilling with your friends and we don't think about the future. This is the thing. Everybody is saying, yeah, every a more aged person, they are saying, okay, so you should focus on your career, don't chill. But this is the truth, yeah, this is the truth. Now I'm facing, like, sometimes I regret about my college days because I didn't do big things. uh, Suppose, like, if I had done learning this language in my college, like, how, where would I have been doing, or what would I have
Hmm.
been doing at that time? So that's the thing. Just try to do hustles in your life. Just try to do so many things at the same time you can do when you are doing pursuing your college. Like, after your college, if you start working, doing a job or working, you can't simultaneously, you can't do multiple things. So just utilize your time and enjoy your life as much. Or life is not just about having skills and all. Life is all about our mindset. Somebody, they don't have skills, but they are earning good amount of money because their mindset is so so good. Like, they are enjoying their life, and good things are eventually coming into their life. So it's all about law of attraction, if you know about this thing.
Right,
Yeah,
manifestation
like,
works. Correct, correct.
it's 100%, yeah, 100%. So learn skills. I'm not saying like you shouldn't learn skills. Skills is everything, I think, yeah. You don't need
Thank
degree.
Oh my
Great.
God, thank you, brother. Nice to connect you there. I also got a lot of things to learn by you. Hope audience would be getting. If you do have any question, write in comment. Bhaiya would be available
Mm,
to give all those answers. Thank you, Bhaiya. Looking forward to connect you
great,
again.
great. Yeah, sure. Have a nice day.